Good morning, scrotums. We're in Sheffield Canal Basin today. Going to just have a walk up the canal because we're in lockdown still. You can see it's behind us. Going to have a walk to Rotherham. There's some fabulous art work on the walls. Well, I think they are. There's one here, look, a horse. Just on a wall. So there's plenty of art, and I'll be showing you most of it. This first half up to Meadowhall feels quite industrial, and then it opens out, it's quite countrified, then it gets, you know, towny again. So they're the three parts of Sheffield to Rotherham train station, really. Yeah, I've got a travelling companion today. Yeah, look, come here, babes. Look at this here. Hello, 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 hello. So we've got Winnie with us today. Because it's flat, we're only doing like 10 miles today. And if I need to pick her up, I've got my big pod sack. And then you should chuck her in the back of that for the last 2-3 miles. But she'll be all right. She'll manage it. Little Nelly, she's at home. One, it's too cold for her. And she's, 11 now? Got arthritis in her front left-hand shoulder. I don't know what you call it on a dog, but she got quite a bit of arthritis in there, so she couldn't walk 10 miles. She could when she was a pup, no problem, but not today. Not especially not now it's cold. So yeah, this is where we are, look. So if you didn't know, Winnie, my little dog that we brought today, is a French Bulldog cross Shih Tzu. And the people we got her off, and we only got her when she was like 7 or 8 weeks old, because as you know, my wife's a vet nurse, so we can have, she's quite confident at bringing home like really young pets, dogs and stuff like that, because she, you know, she's got magic hands when it comes to animals. So yeah, there's another one coming up here, so I'll turn the camera around. So yeah, that's just in one of the little alcoves. There's another one here. I'll get that. That's on the other side of the river. Not quite as good. So yeah. Get going, get some miles put. Some good ones coming up here. Kestrel, look, with feathers. And this is just under the toads. I'm just going to keep walking. And we're literally only 5 minutes out the canal basin. This is the one I like a lot. Tree. that side wall there, look. So, although we're walking along the back of Abercrombie, go on, good girl, where all the factory units are, it's still quite a nice green little walk, really. Yeah, there's shit graffiti like that all over. The canal's got that starting film on the top, you know, when it's slushy frozen. Go on, darling. And it's not really frozen, it's just that thin slush, because obviously there's no wind down here, there's no blowing it. So I don't normally come walking with the dogs, not on longer walks like this, because she's quite a nervous little dog, because from the age of 5, 6 weeks old, 6, 7 weeks old, I forget exactly when we got her, she's never been without Nelly when we go out. So, and although she's only tiny, she's a really dominant little dog. So on her own, she's constantly looking around, quite a nervous little character. So she's enjoying it though. So what have I been up to? Not a lot, as normal in this fucking climate we're in. Just read another book. Brilliant, Joe Abercrombie. The Trouble with Peace. Fantastic. It's the second one in his, I thought I'd lost my glove then, trilogy. And it's about, what you got? Stop pointing your foot. Come on. Had a bit of ice in between her toes. So yeah, it's about an uprising against the king and the moving away from magic and into more of an industrial world, if you like. You know, it's at the very start of their industrial revolution, but there's still knights, and they've only just found gunpowder. So you can imagine what it's like. Joe Abercrombie, classic. It's like murder, subterfuge, try spelling that when you're drunk, rape, plot twists. Got this brilliant character. Well, there's 3 or 4 brilliant characters. Ricky, I really like her. Ricky of the Long Eye. Come on. I like Broad. He's like a ex-soldier, but you know, he's done so much in the wars, he's a bit disturbed in the head, but he's working for this woman called Savine Danglocter, who gets married to a duke, and they're trying to overthrow the king. Massive battle in the end. Fantastic battle scene. real page turner. What I'm going to do is show you these next lot of pictures. Shut up me talking. That's quite lifelike, I like that. That's different. Try not to fall in fucking canal edge here. That's a bit different. That's one of them trippy ones. You need to be on acid to look at that. I don't know what that is. One of them fucking Picasso things, isn't it? A little worm coming out of that hole there, look, cheese. Another acid tripper. That's quite good. That's quite good in a comic kind of way. So yeah, Trouble with Peace, Joe Abercrombie. I'd give it the last chapter, book part 3, where they're just about to commence the battle. I'd give that 4 stars. But leading up to that, and including that, see, the first 2 chapters let that last battle scene down, in my opinion. So I'd drop it to about 3¼ stars. But well worth it if you're into fantasy fiction. Yeah, good. To stop recording then. Fucking group of roughnecks. It's only like 9:15 as well. Obviously selling drugs down here. I think that's the only problem. It's not, especially near the canal basin and certain parts of it, you've got direct access from blue tit there. Onto Attercliffe Road, so if anyone wanted to get up to any naughty business, they can do down here. But all in all, I think it's a very pleasant walk. I've not heard of any trouble apart from down at Canal Basin late at night, so you don't want to be here then. Anyway, this is where we're up to, look. This is just, we're still only halfway along Attercliffe Road. And look. Come here. Come here. Look at you, wet. Hey. Hey. Show me your teeth. Ooh, nearly fell over. Hey. Come on, let's get one. See? Bring her out in a nice waterproof fleece. Fucking canal's still frozen. Coot runs along. Oozing after it. Muppet. She's all wet now. Fucking hell. And it is cold. It's about, I don't know, 0, I think. Yeah, about 0. So I've hung the fleece on that, it'll dry out soon enough. Kin muppet. So we're coming up on Tinsley Flight, Tinsley Locks, as you can see. It is frozen, it's just standing water. I think about 8 of them, something like that. Get there short, come here. This is the first one. This is the mooring, next mooring after where we set off. Nice looking boats. I'm not going to get too much more because you all know what the locks look like. So they're coming over the top. As you can see, we're at the back of IKEA, and we're still on the lock system, so you can, a little pond, holding pond here, look, some more locks. So yeah, if you wanted to park it like where Hobbycraft is and B&M and all them and IKEA, look on your little A to Z or your map, you can actually, there's a path leads over to Tinsley lock system here, and as you can see it's a lovely flat path. Yeah, it'll be a bit boggy when the ground thaws out, but if you was in a, I don't know, wheelchair or you had pram or something like that, you just wanted to get out, you could very easily come down here. And having said that, you can get them off-road prams and fucking wheelchairs now, so you could do from the very start up to now, as long as you're willing to get it mucky, you could very easily come along here and bring someone in a, you know, wheelchair or like that. Quite pleasant. So this is probably the biggest you've shot. Bad trips. So that was Tinsley Locks. That last one is the biggest at about 15 foot. Bad trips there. Whoever it is who's spray painting all them murals must live in town, because you get to like Darnell and they all finish. So they obviously don't like walking far, but they're very good, very good. So yeah, we're just walking along. Some runners to Meadowall now. See you later, Scruffers. The M1. Oh, that's a little bit further. Look here. That's Meadowall. In the distance. That's the Don. This bridge here. Double flight. Is the M1. As you can see, loads of fucking shit in the river. You know, people wonder why the River Don floods. You know, it was on, Meadowall was shut down because it was under, just about going to get flooded last week before. There's no fucking wonder there's so much crap and debris in it. It's just ridiculous. So whoever is in charge of waterways, I would assume, isn't it, and the council, get it fucking cleared out. Terrible. As you can see, M1's just back there, literally 500 metres. We're immediately out of, like, it doesn't feel industrial, and it turns into open countryside just around this bend. Another set of locks, there's one there, there's one coming up. Quite nice. So that's the canal and the River Don. You get me here, River Don, and all that black is the canal, then black steel sidings run around here. So at some point the Don comes under this path. You can see it's opened out hell of a lot. More runners in the distance. In the distance, the world. Yeah. Bit distance on it for you. Come on. Come on, lovely. Good girl. Whoever this is appears quite a lot. This face appears quite a lot from the M1 bridge, but not really before that. So it's obviously a Rotherham kid. Or kidette. That's one of them death head moths from Silence at Lambs. So yeah, they're quite a long wall there. Oh, there's some try and zoom in. So yeah, Death's Head hawk moth, made famous by Silence of the Lambs. It's the moth that he cuts down the throat and they find. We're still walking here, look, still quite open. You'll hear louder. Kingfisher, let me stand back a bit. 2 kingfishers and a bumblebee. This way. Once upon a time, dreams became reality. Rotherham Ethnic Minority Alliance. There you go. Wonder, see some lovely spray work. Don't you go near there. Just even if it's on a pipe. Very nice. Look for a bench now. Have a sit down, cup of coffee, and carry on. So we just stopped. Train station is just there. All right. Yeah, so we've just stopped, haven't we, baby? Who it is? You won't sit on that because you've got wet. We're in this little, I don't know, an amphitheatre if you want. Having a coffee. Cheers. And we'll set off back soon. So I was told no more than 10 miles with her. So we've got to Rotherham, 5.5. This is like the junction that way to the town centre, and that way where the, I think it's the Don carries on. So yeah, we're heading back now. I won't be in trouble then. So we'll see if I can spot some more art on the way. I'll see that off in a white goose. And don't you jump in. Blacken. Skeleton crew. So we're back in the car, aren't we? Back in the car, nice 11 miles along the canal. Lovely walk. Looking at some nice art on the way. And she's getting cold now. Now we've stopped. Nice. I shall see you scruffers out, excuse me, out and about. Ta-da.